Hey, Melissa Hosteller here with GO-180 Fitness, bringing a little routine for one of my friends, looking for a 10-minute routine just to help with general body strength. She does a lot of in front work, so some things that can help open the chest, shoulders, strengthen through the core, glutes and back. And I'm just going to run through these exercises that are for her, but you can feel free to incorporate them into your workout as well. I like to do frog squats holding onto something, so you can hold on the edge of a doorway if you're facing it, or if you've got a band or at the edge of the countertop, something like that. Or you're sitting back in, holding on to something will allow you to go lower than you normally can, sitting down into that, and looking to do 20 of those. Then we're going to go right to wrist warm-up. So you're on all fours. You want to think about spreading your fingers wide, curling your fingertips, pressing into that. So as I curl my fingertips, it creates almost like an arch in my palm, right? Creating that arch, pressing into my fingers. I'm going to bring my elbow pits forward, get strong through my shoulders, chest is lifted, abs are up and in, so my whole body is bringing strength to it, and then I'm rocking forward, bringing that stretch. My palm stays cemented to the mat, bringing that stretch through my wrist and forearm, holding it for about 30 seconds. If you want to augment it, you can add to it with that little bit of side-to-side rock, or you can just hold stable. Our other move that we're going to do for 30 seconds is turning the thumbs to the outside, palms are facing forward. You're going to roll all the way down until fingertips are on the mat. Keep going, bring your body as far forward as you need to get your palms flat. Once they're flat, hold them tight to the mat, and then just draw back with your body weight wherever it's hurts so good. You don't want it to hurt so bad. So you're drawing back into that stretch, and again, you can either hold it, or you can add that little bit of side to side. That's our little bit of wrist warm-up. The next exercise that we're going into then, shaking those wrists out, is the three-point bridge, and in this case, we'll probably do a four-point bridge for starting. Let me show you the three-point bridge. If you're doing it all the way, you're pressing to the feet, squeezing the glutes, lifting through the body. So that same strong arm move that I use for my wrist warm-up, I'm going to think about my elbow pits forward, my arms strong, my back tall and straight. So I'm lifting the hips, firing them up, keeping my chin tucked a little bit, and just holding that for 5 seconds is a great stretch. If you want to add to it, you can add that arm up and over. And when you do so, you want to think about keeping your chest and shoulders square. My palm is facing the ceiling and reaching straight up. So it's not an up and over, but a straight up and back. And again, you can just hold that for 5 seconds. We're going to do 5 of those. Then we're going to go right down to laying face down on the mat. If you have trouble laying face down, you can always pick a side, but you want to make sure you do 5 one way and 5 the other. I'm going to go right in the center. And when my face is in the center, my arms will be stretched out long. Face is right down in the center. My first thought is to initiate my glute, and I'm going to do opposite arm and leg. So if I'm starting with my left leg, I want to think about flexing that foot, squeezing into that left glute, lifting that leg, and then adding my right arm. So you're coming across the body. Meanwhile, my left arm and right leg are pressing into the mat, and we're going to hold that for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring it down and go into the opposite side. Initiate through the glute first, raise the leg, lift the arm, press on the opposite side. And so I can keep my head straight down in the mat. We're going to do a set of 10s. That's going to be 5 a side, and then we're going to do walkouts. So with walkouts, you have 2 types. One is going to be arm focused, where you're starting at the back of the mat. You're going to keep hinging up hips, the nice neutral back, all the way until you can get your fingertips to the mat. You're walking all the way down to your best plank where you can keep your abs tight. So you may need to keep a little tent to keep your abs tight. You may become more like a plank, but you find what works for you. Hold strong. You want to avoid shifting through the body. You're going to extend a handshake, walk it back, bend the knees, bend the hips, push the back, going all the way back to the mat and taking it up onto tippy toe. We're going to do 10 of those walkouts. Those are arm focused walkouts. Go right back to the mat. Anytime in there you can do child's pose if you need a quick stretch out, but going right back to the mat, going back to 5 of those 4-point, in this case, bridges, right, and holding them for 5 seconds. Then we come to our mat walkouts from the front of the mat that are more leg focused. From the front, you're bending the knees, pushing the hips back, getting all the way down to the mat. We'll start with that right leg steps back, left leg steps back. Very stable, no shifting of the hips. I extend that right leg, bring it down, get stable in it, extend that left leg, bring it down, right leg walking back. You can take little steps or big steps, coming all the way to the top, tippy toe and extend. I would do 5 on the right side, so it keeps it easy, 5 on the left side. that really is it, and that takes about 10 minutes. Takes about 10 minutes right there. If you have a little more time, you can throw in one more set of 5 of your 4-point bridges. But that's it. That's going to be your 10-minute routine, a great way to move head to toe. And I would try starting with it 2 days a week. Incorporate it 2 days a week for a little bit of time and see how you feel throughout the day, adding that extra movement. That's it. Look forward to seeing you in the gym.